Is Harry set to be ripped to shreds? Quite literally? As ever? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Today, wherever you are, and as I often say, welcome on and all brand new subscribers to the channel. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Thank you also for your lovely comments about Raymond, Mr. Teasy Weezy. Lots of you had never heard of him, and I'm not that old, by the way. I'd never heard of him, but what had happened was that book, for some reason, when I was growing up, I'd got it, so I knew his kind of story a little bit as well. And it's funny, isn't it? You wish you'd kept those sort of books because they're a font of knowledge when you look back, and think very well written, lots of social history in there, and above all, what a great character. Changed people's lives, invented himself. Not a bad thing, is it? Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. When you think about it with Prince Harry, there's lots of celebration right now over here, simply because he's going down the first roads of litigation with the Mirror Group newspaper group, which is now, I think, called Reach PLC. Of course, these are alleged hacking scandals going way back to the early noughties, even about the time of his girlfriend, Chelsea Davy, who apparently, according to court documents, and as ever we have to say allegedly, he cites as the reason as to the relationship ending because of the interruption of phone calls, etc. What's interesting here, though, as we've now been told, eventually Prince Harry will be returning back here to the United Kingdom, not to make peace with his family or indeed pay any respects to His Majesty the King or indeed Queen Camilla. No, too busy actually looking after himself, making himself relevant, many people might suggest. Again, when you think about it, I'm not being unkind, but what else has Prince Harry got to do now? There's no real structure to his day, so this actually gives him a focus. He can become Quest-like moving forward, trying to take on the British media. But what's interesting is he will be going, and has willingly said, he will take the dock in his own defence. But as a very good source pointed out to me, this could be very problematic for the prince himself, simply because he's not well versed to being obviously under pressure. When you see Harry delivering a speech, it's normally been rehearsed, or it could be at points on auto cue. You get the picture. Standing there in front of course, a packed court room, giving evidence would really lay bare just how perhaps ill-prepared he is. And I don't mean this unkindly, it's a very difficult task to do in front of a British court with all the media there. Yes, there would be camera blackouts, but there will be reporters there reporting every twist and nuance, as you can imagine. But the bigger situation is this. Many people believe that Prince Harry has made it very difficult for him to back up his own claims. And as ever, once again, allegedly. Even himself, in his autobiography Spare, has basically said that certain times were quite fuzzy in his memory. This will be seized upon. And really, when you think about it also, they could even look at the fact that when he was being interviewed by Oprah Winfrey on the infamous interview, he said nothing about many of those claims, including the ridiculous claim that they had a secret wedding. He never spoke up once, even after the Archbishop of Canterbury basically said, never happened, not true, total lie, basically. All of these things will be laid bare for Harry to be able to deal with on a one-to-one basis. And this, trust me, will make it incredibly difficult, not necessarily in the eyes of the courtroom, but for other people, and in particular, the prosecution, who will be looking for any opportunity to find a clink in Prince Harry's memory. And they wouldn't necessarily need to look too far, would they? As ever, it's a developing story with all eyes on the former royal to see in his quest whether he can in fact bring down not just the British press, but damage, no doubt, the press's relationship with the British monarchy. I'll keep you posted. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.